Evening, welcome to the quiz. This is the second of Jon's Pub Quiz. Did one last week, seemed to go well. Seemed to be a few people who wanted to get involved. So we've cast the net out a little bit wider. Welcome everybody. So just to give you a rundown of the format, hoping for 30 minutes, maybe 40. A bit of feedback last week that not enough time for the answers, so I'm going to allow 15 seconds for the answers this week, and we are going to do, how many rounds are there going to be? How many rounds are there going to be? There are going to be 5 rounds, and each round is going to be worth 10 points. So you are going to be playing for a maximum of 50 points. Or to repeat the gag from last week that I still find funny, 50 points. So we are going to be doing questions. There's going to be a question round, 10 questions. Then there's going to be a picture quiz round. 10 pictures. Then there's going to be another question round, 10 questions, and then a picture round, and then another question round. So 50 questions in total, 2 picture rounds. Lots of fun. And you are going to be hosted by me. Hello. So welcome. I am probably going to start now. Here we go. Round 1. I'll tell you about the rounds. So round 1 is Easter and general knowledge. Picture round. I'll leave that as a surprise. Round 3 is food and drink and entertainment. A picture round. And then the final round is sport and geography. So I'll get on with round 1. So round 1 is 5 questions on Easter, then 5 questions on general knowledge. There are some easy questions, there are some medium questions, there are some ridiculously hard questions. That's why it's fun. And I am going to do, let me see if I can do this to read them. You ready for this, people? Yeah. John's old. Right, you ready? Right, so I'm going to start. Round 1, 5 questions on Easter, 5 questions on general knowledge, 10 points in total, and I think I'm going to start with round 1, question 1. So, in Christianity, what is the Sunday before Easter Sunday called? Don't read answer. In Christianity, what is the Sunday before Easter Sunday called? And I will take a beverage. That's enough time, I reckon. Don't know. Question 2. According to the nursery rhyme, what Easter foodstuff is sold for 1 or 2 a penny? So according to the nursery rhyme, what Easter foodstuff is sold for 1 or 2 a penny? Quite tempted to take another drink. Oh, wait. Pace yourself. Question 3. How many points is the word Easter worth in Scrabble? No double, triple letters, words, anything like that. Nothing fancy, just straightforward Easter. How many points is the word Easter worth in Scrabble with no double or triple letters, etc.? I shouldn't swear as well. No, I'm not going to swear because Megan might be watching. Hello, Megan, if you're watching. She will be creased over with embarrassment now. Question number 4. Spell crucifixion. Spell crucifixion, which I would get wrong if I was playing this quiz. as my wife nods and smiles. Yeah, you would. Yeah. Question number 5. Round 1, question 5. Who was the lead actress in the 1980 film The Long Good Friday? As Megan's dad now punches the air. Who was the lead actress in the 1980 film The Long Good Friday? So, question 6 is general knowledge. The word laser takes its name from light amplification by stimulated emission of what? What does R stand for in laser? The word laser takes its name from light amplification by stimulated emission of... Does anybody know a physics teacher? Getting a comment on YouTube about my blatant product placement, and I have absolutely no idea to what you're referring to. Question 7. What word means every 2 years? Is it the word biannual or the word biennial? What word means every 2 years? The word biannual or the word biennial? YouTube. Oh, you're funny. Next. Question 8. What is the more common name for circadian dysrhythmia? What is the more common name for circadian dysrhythmia? Circadian dysrhythmia. Once again, circadian dysrhythmia. That is more commonly known as... Tends to go on. There will be a bit at the end, by the way, as there was last week. There'll be a bit at the end where, oh, can you ask questions so-and-so again? Not a problem. Just message. I'll try and look at... I've got some YouTube comments down here. Got some phones on the go and stuff, so if you need any more, I'll make space at the end. Right, round 1, question 9. What word means star sailor? And it's a profession or a job. So, if you were a star sailor, what would you be? Star sailor. Question 10, the last question in round 1. The US presidential seal, which is the logo that is behind the absolute muppet. The US presidential seal... Oh, YouTube's American, isn't it? Oh, sorry. The US presidential seal is an eagle that carries an olive branch in one claw and what in the other claw? The US presidential seal is an eagle that carries an olive branch in one claw and what in the other? That, my friends, is the end of round 1. Now, let's have some fun. We are going to do a picture round. This is going to be celebrities as children. I know, it's exciting, isn't it? Celebrities as children. Right, I'm going to kick you off. This is question number 1. Who is... We're getting some feedback over there.
I don't want to do it.
She wants to play.
Joe's lost you.
Oh, come back, Joe. So celebrities as children. Who's this? And number 2 coming up. Who is this? Right. Gonna go for number 3. You're probably thinking, yeah, probably smashed this. Yeah, 2 out of 2 so far. Here we go. Have a bang on this. Who is number 3? I will not accept Peter Rabbit as an answer. How close you all getting to your screens about now? Right, I'm going to move on, people. I'm doing number 4 now. Who is number 4? I never know what to say during these bits because everyone's concentrating. Right. Number 5, you ready? Who's that? Should have got some music for this bit, shouldn't I? Yeah. Right. So, number 6 is coming up. Possibly my favourite hairdo from this round. Who is number 6? Right, number 7. If number 6 was my favourite hairdo, number 7 is just my favourite picture. Who is number 7? Oh, look at those cheeks. Look at chubby cheek, baby. Look at chubby cheek, baby. Boss, that one, innit? Absolutely boss. Number 8 is... Here we go, number 8. Who is that? Ready for number 9, people? Who's this? And finally, in this round, tell me who number 10 is, please. Look at that computer. I think that computer, is that like that an Amstrad or a... Is that an Amstrad? Wouldn't it be in it? Yeah, it was an Amstrad, wasn't an Amiga. I reckon a couple of seconds, my phone, I'm about to get a WhatsApp from someone telling me what kind of computer that was. Anyway, right, there you go. There you go. I'll just leave that on the screen for a second. 3, 2, 1. You're back in the room. Okay. It's good that, wasn't it? Enjoyed that. Amstrad, thank you. I have a message from Paul telling me that was an Amstrad. Cheers, mate. Right. Round 3. Question. Yes, round 3, isn't it? That was picture on round 2. Round 3. Round 3. Question 1. So food and drink, category, food and drink. 5 questions on food and drink, 5 questions on entertainment. Right. So round 3, question 1, food and drink. Which food derives its name from the French for cooked twice? I'm being told from my other computer correspondent that it was a QuickShot 2 joystick as well. Question 1. Which food derives its name from the French for cooked twice? Question 2. What innovation by Henry Jones in 1845 gave rise to easier baking? Question 2. What innovation by Henry Jones in 1845 gave rise to easier baking? Food and drink. Question 3. Traditionally, which herb is in a pesto sauce? Traditionally, which herb is in a pesto sauce? Four. Which type of pasta's name means little worms? Which type of pasta's name means little worms? And question 5. Which country has the highest usage per person of olive oil? Which country has the highest usage per person of olive oil? Question 6. There's now going to be 5 questions on entertainment. This question is dedicated to Louise. Question 6. Which Take That song has had 97 million streams on Spotify? Is it A, Back for Good, B, Relight My Fire, or C, Never Forget? Which Take That song has had 97 million streams on Spotify? Is it A, Back for Good, B, Relight My Fire, or C, Never Forget? Question 7. My second favourite question of the entire quiz. Who is older, Gary Newman or Gary Oldman? Who is older, Gary Newman or Gary Oldman? Gary Newman did Cars, I think. Did Cars, didn't he? That 80s pop song, Cars. I think it was him. I will be told if I'm wrong, but there you go. In case you don't know who Gary Newman is. Question 8. Famed for his Big Show, what is the name of the long-standing Radio 2 DJ who has the weekday mid-afternoon slot? Famed for his Big Show, what is the name of the long-standing Radio 2 DJ who has the weekday mid-afternoon slot? Question 9. Who is the voice of Gru in the Despicable Me movie franchise? Who is the voice of Gru in the Despicable Me movie franchise? And the last question in this round. Question 10. Which Beatle was barefoot on the cover of Abbey Road? Which Beatle was barefoot on the cover of Abbey Road? Right. Again, you missed any of them, I'll come back to them. Not a problem. Send me a message. Send Alison a message. Not a problem. We are going to do round 4. We're going to do round 4. And it's a good round, this. Round 4 last week was... no, I won't tell you what it was last week in case some people want to do it again. Right, so... But it's different. Round 4 this week is movie posters with the titles taken out. You need to tell me what the movie is. So, easy one to start. Which movie is this? Ready for number 2? Which movie is this? Fairly easy, that one, I reckon. Right. Question 3. Which movie is this? It's one of them, you know it or you don't, I reckon, with that one. I'm getting a puzzled face about 3 feet to my right. She doesn't know it, people. She doesn't know it. Question 4. Which movie poster is this? Right, next one. I never said the answer then. Which movie poster is this? That is question 5. And which movie poster is number 6? Number 7 coming up. Which movie is this? Number 7. Happy to come back to any of these if you want. Again, 7, you either know it or you don't. Number 8. Which one's number 8? And number 9 coming up. Which film is this? It's tough, that, wasn't it? That's really hard, that one. Yeah. Alison's playing along next to me. She hasn't got the answers and she's playing along, and that one's... She doesn't like that one. Sorry. Last one of the round. Question 10. Which movie poster is this? Right. We'll do one more round. We'll come back to them. Anyone you want to come back to, text, WhatsApp, some YouTube comments kicking about, WhatsApp me, WhatsApp Alison, doesn't matter. Any of them you want to come back to, not a problem. We'll do one more round, and then we'll do a bit of a recap if you want. So one more round, 10 questions, sport and geography, 5 questions on sport, 5 questions on geography. So we're going to start. This is round 5. Question 1. Who is the current Formula 1 world champion? Who is the current Formula 1 world champion? Question 2. What is the golfing term for 2 under par on a hole? What is the golfing term for 2 under par on a hole? Question 3. Getting a bit tricky now. Which swimming stroke is used on the first leg of a medley relay? Which swimming stroke is used on the first leg of a medley relay? Question 4. This one's for you, Paul. Liverpool Football Club won the European Cup, Champions League, on Saturday the 1st of June 2019 by beating Tottenham Hotspur 2-0 with a Mo Salah penalty in the second minute and a very calmly taken second goal by Big Div in the 87th minute. With an illustrious trophy cabinet anyway, this was the club's 6th European Cup. But who has won the competition 7 times? Question 4. Who has 7 European Cups? Checks phone for abuse. It's question 4. Which football team has won the European Cup 7 times? There it is. Abuse has come in. Cheers, mate. Who's won the European Cup 7 times? That was my favourite question, by the way. Question 5. All right, okay. In men's Grand Slam tennis, what is the most consecutive games that a player can win? So in men's Grand Slam tennis, what is the most consecutive games that a player can win? It's a good question, isn't it?
You got it wrong.
So yeah, it's a good question. That one more time. In men's Grand Slam tennis, what is the most consecutive games that a player can win? Right, I'm going to go on to question 6. Geography. Paul, you're absolutely spot. A different Paul this time. Edo, you're absolutely spot on, mate. I do. I'll ask this question and I'll go and get another one. Cheers, mate. Geography. Round 5, question 6. What country are the car manufacturer Kia from? What country are the car manufacturer Kia from? Edmonds, your health. Question 7. The Trevi Fountain is in which European city? The Trevi Fountain is in which European city? I can't figure out if the light blares off my glasses or not. Sorry about that, but I'm a bit old now. Question 8. The Marlborough wine region is in which country? The Marlborough wine region is in which country? Right, I'm going to give you a few seconds on the next one. It's pretty tricky. It's a stinker of a question. Question 9. Which country has had 2 capital cities and both of those capital cities have been anagrams of each other? Which country, so I'm after the country, which country has had 2 capital cities and both those capital cities are anagrams of each other? If you know it, amazing. If you can guess it, amazing. If you can't do either, when I tell you the answer, you'll kick yourself. Or not, I don't know. Sorry, it's a bit harsh, that maybe you won't. Which country has had 2 capital cities that are anagrams of each other? Lastly, question 10. On which river is Washington, D.C.? What is the river that runs through Washington, D.C.? Right, cue messages. Right, I'm getting a request already. Okay, right. Louise, question 1, food and drink, was that? Yeah. Question 1, food and drink. So this is round 3, question 1, I think. Which food derives its name from the French for twice cooked? Which food derives its name from the French for twice cooked? There are no repeat questions on YouTube comments. There are no repeat questions on my WhatsApp. Just abuse from Tottenham fans. And Alison shaking her head. Could be good to go here, kids. What do you think? I think we're good to go. Right? Yeah? Answers? Yeah? I think we're kind of... Okay then. Okay, let's do some answers. Yeah. So at the end of this, so mark yourselves, and yeah, just if you want to, send your scores in. If you don't want to, don't. Not a problem. We'll read some out. And then I can, as Joe Wick says, every morning, 9 a.m. I can do some shout outs and stuff if you want, not a problem. Right. Answers. You are about to get some answers. I've got a graphic for that. Oh, it's a boss of this, isn't it? Right. Round 1, question 1. In Christianity, what is the Sunday before Easter Sunday called? It is called Palm Sunday. Question 2, according to the nursery rhyme, what Easter foodstuff is sold for 1 a penny, 2 a penny? Hot cross buns. Question 3, how many points is the word Easter worth in Scrabble with no doubles, triples, etc.? Easter is worth, it's got 6 letters and it's worth 6. E is 1, A is 1, S is 1, T is 1, E is 1, R is 1. How do you spell the word crucifixion? Question 4, you spell it C-R-U-C-I-F-I-X. That, listen to you in the corner there. Yes! That is how you spell crucifixion. Crucifixion. Who is the lead actress? Question 5. Who is the lead actress in the 1980 film The Long Good Friday? I am 250 miles away from Gug, but I can hear him scream, Helen Mirren, and he's right. Question 6. The word laser. Light amplification by stimulated emission of what, Sean? Correct. Radiation. It is. It's radiation. Question 7. What means every 2 years? Biannual or biennial? Biennial means every 2 years. What is the common name? Question 8. What is the common name for circadian dysrhythmia? Jet lag. Question 8. Jet lag. Question 9. If you were a star sailor, you would be an... So what's that? You're funny. Question 9. If you were a star sailor, you would be an astronaut. Latin. Clever, eh? The US presidential seal is an eagle that carries an olive branch in one claw and arrows in the other claw. I seem to have developed a quizmaster voice when I give my answers. Picture round. Picture round. Which is not a jingle, but it should be. That is Jodie Kidd. Of course it is. It's Jodie Kidd. Which one did you go for? William or Harry? William or Harry? William or Harry? That is Harry. That is Taylor Swift. Sorry. That is Holly Willoughby. This is an Echo Baby. will.i.am. Number 6. This marvellous haircut belongs to Katy Perry. 7 is Bjork. Of course it is. 8 is Lady Gaga. 9. Why am I doing some kind of weird, like Top of the Pops voice now? It's bizarre, isn't it? 9, Jay-Z. 10, Christian Bale. I'm Batman. He was in that movie. That's the poster in the background. He was in it. Right, there we go. Now, you need to press that button. Bing. There you go. Right, food and drink. That's next, isn't it? Food and drink. Yeah, right. So, food and drink. Round 3. Question 1. Which food derives its name from the French for twice cooked? The word is biscuit. Oh, easy. I didn't tick the box which says potty mouth. Easy. She got that one wrong. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What innovation by Henry Jones in 1845 gave rise to easier baking? That's self-raising flour. Question 2 is self-raising flour. Question 3, traditionally, which herb is in a pesto sauce? That is your friend of mine, basil. Question 4, which type of pasta's name means little worms? That's vermicelli. So vermicelli for 4. For 5, which country has the highest usage per person of olive oil? Just next to Italy, it's Greece. Greece has the highest usage per person of olive oil. Next. Getting a lovely comment on YouTube. Just allow me to do this. Ken Bruce. That makes sense if you're watching the comments. Round 3, question 6. Which Take That song has had 97 million streams on Spotify? The song is A, Back for Good. Question 7, who is older, Gary Numan or Gary Oldman? Gary Numan is older than Gary Oldman by 13 days. Question 8, famed for his Big Show, what is the name of the long-standing Radio 2 DJ who has the weekend mid-afternoon slots? That is Steve Wright. Question 9, who is the voice of Gru? Who is the voice of Gru in the movie franchise, in the Despicable Me movie franchise? That is Steve Carell. And question 10, which Beatle was barefoot on the cover of Abbey Road? Paul McCartney. Woo. Pictures. Let's run through these. Oh, I did like this round. Really like this round. Right. Okay. Right. This is going to be a bit tricky for me because for some reason my mouse died about half hour before the quiz. So I'm doing this kind of... Right. Anyway, so... Right. So that... What movie is that? That movie is, of course... Gremlins. What movie is that? It is, of course, The Sound of Music. Tricky this one if you don't know it. That is Rain Man. This one, question 4, Raging Bull. Question 5 was Labyrinth. Question 6, I suspect. I'd like quick disclaimer. Don't charge me for any damage you now do to a television or a laptop or whatever. Just don't bill me. Question 6, it's Back to the Future 2. I'm not accepting Back to the Future 1. It's Back to the Future 2. Look at Doc's outfit. It's clearly Back to the Future 2. 7 is Beetlejuice. 8 is The Goonies. Hey, you guys. 9 is The Grand Budapest Hotel. She never got it, people. She never got it. Hotel. You got Hotel? Yeah. Oh, you no. You have nothing for that. Hotel. Question 10. Oh, again, another stinker. I'm sorry, but there's got to be some hard questions. I can't always be dead easy. But, yeah, so 10's a bit of a stinker. It's Quantum of Solace. Pedro, you got that, didn't you? You must have done. You absolutely must have done. Right, so... last 10. Just looking here. Last 10. Sport, geography. So, round 5. Question 1. Who is the current Formula 1 world champion? It is Lewis Hamilton. In what feels like Groundhog Day, it is Lewis Hamilton. What is the golfing term for 2 under par on a hole? It is an eagle. Which swimming stroke is used on the first leg of a medley relay? It is the backstroke. It's the only stroke that starts in the water. Question 7. The Liverpool bit. Who has won the European Cup 7 times? AC Milan. Give yourself half a point for Milan, because there's 2 teams in Milan and they're pretty handy. So Milan, half a point. AC Milan, 1 point. Inter Milan, cross out Inter and you'll get half a point. Now, this is going to be a stinker as well. Sorry about this. In men's Grand Slam tennis, what is the most consecutive games that a player can win? It is 19. I will explain. From 5 love down, a player can then win 7-5, 6 love, 6 love. So if a player is 5 love down in the first set, and then they remember their racket, and then they start playing, they will win 7 games in the first set. If they win the second set 6 love, and then the third set 6 love, they have won 7, 6, and 6. They have won 19 games. Oh, the phone's lit up. Oh.
You can't do that. I should get to point Back to the Future.
You are. I don't care who wrote that. I don't care. You are not getting. Sorry, Claire. You're not getting a point for Back to the Future. It's Back to the Future 2. Look at the outfit. It's Doc Brown in his futuristic outfit that doesn't make an appearance in Back to the Future. And I know Roy, Steve Clark. I know you're kind of. I know. Question 6. What country are the car manufacturer Kia from? Kia are from South Korea. The Trevi Fountain is in Rome. The Marlborough wine region is in New Zealand. I wasn't going to mention all the nonsense that's happening at the moment and all the stuff that's going on, but the New Zealand Prime Minister, I think she is, not president, she's Prime Minister. But she came out the other day and said in a packed press conference, and she talked to all the kids that were watching, and she said, like, to any kids that are worried, the Easter Bunny, and they have declared that the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy are now on the list of essential key workers in New Zealand, so kids aren't too worried that they're allowed out. Beautiful. Question 9. Which country has had 2 capital cities that are anagrams of each other? Japan has had 2 capital cities. One is Tokyo and the other one is Kyoto. Sorry. I'm being correct. Oh, Roy, what are you doing to me, Roy? What are you doing to me? No, the answer's Back to the Future 2.
Well, Claire's saying if you can have Milan.
The answer's Back to the Future 2. It's quite clearly the poster for Back to the Future 2. That's a fact. I may have spoken incorrectly because he does make an appearance in that outfit right at the very end of Back to the Future 1, so I misspoke there, but it is the poster for Back to the Future 2. Moving on. On which the messages. Right. On which river is Washington DC? It is the Potomac. The river in Washington is the Potomac. So there you go. That is the end of the quiz. There's no more questions to read out because I've just read out all the answers. There's no more answers to read out. So, there you go. Thanks for taking part. It's been fun. It's been it's been good. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed it. Odds are we'll be doing this again some point next week. There's all kinds of, is it Wednesday, is it Thursday, is it whatever? I don't know. We'll figure something out. I'll pick a date. I'll stick to it, and there you go. So yeah, hope it's been fun, and I hope it's kind of been a bit better than the nonsense that's on telly. So that's about it, really, isn't it? I think so. Got no more slides, no more nothing. Yeah, great. So this has been Jon's Pub Quiz. Massively enjoyed it again. Thanks very much. I'm going to sign out now. If you want to jump online, or if you want to message me, or if you want to do whatever, jump online with Alison, go for it. Right. Thanks, people. Cheers. And your very good health. Stay very healthy, everyone. Please and thank you. See you later.